guys, I'm moving to London for uni on the 12th of September and everything's starting to feel a lot closer and a lot more real, and I'm starting to get more anxieties now than excitements. So here's everything I'm worried about for uni. I just feel like nobody's like expressing how scared they are. Like nobody seems as scared as me. Everyone seems so excited, but I'm like, I have so many worries. Okay, I'd say that my main immediate worry right now is just moving away from my parents, specifically my mum, because she does so much for me, and I already talked about this. Like, I'm so dependent on my mum. Like, I'm just so used to and like appreciative that every day around the same time, no matter what, my mum is gonna have us fed. My mum's gonna make dinner, and I'm not gonna have that in uni. Like, I'm gonna have to make my own food, which sounds so bratty, like, to be complaining about. I definitely need to learn how to cook. Like, I can cook, but I want my mum's meals. Like, I can cook my own meals, like I can follow a recipe, but if I ever try and make like a dish that my mum makes and it doesn't taste like her food, I'm gonna be heartbroken. Another thing is just if I'm feeling sick, my mum knows exactly what to give me and I have no idea. Like, I just cannot imagine taking myself to the doctors without my mum. Like, even when we go to the doctors, my mum speaks for me. Like, I barely speak. The doctor's like, oh, how are you feeling? And I look to my mum like, how am I feeling? I don't know. And sort of on the same topic of like always having someone at home and always having someone to come home to, whether that's my sister or my parents or like even my boyfriend, like, I'm gonna be moving away from everyone I know. I know everyone's like, oh, don't worry, because you're gonna make like new friends, you're gonna make like a new like social circle. As much as I'm like excited for that, yes, what if I just don't? Like, I have struggled to make like female friendships since like secondary school, and I don't ever try to make male friendships either. Like, that's just off the table. And I'm studying law, which I think is quite dominated by girls right now. Based on like open days that I've been and stuff, it's always girls, and I'm excited for that. But what if that is mean, or what if I just don't make friends? But obviously, like, it's okay in secondary school because I'm always gonna go home and I'm always gonna have like my sister or my boyfriend. I'm always gonna have like someone, you know. But in uni, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna be like alone in my dorm room, far away from everybody. I'm gonna have like literally no one, and I'm like okay with being on my own, but to a certain extent, right? Like I'll just know how like truly helpless and horrible I'll feel if I'm like in a group and I just feel that wave of like not feeling welcome or not feeling like I belong in this group, and I just kind of want to go home. But I mean, home is gonna just be alone this time, you know. I don't know how to explain it, you know. Like, now I've always felt like okay recently to like drop friends that I just don't feel are good for me or I want in my life, because I've always had people that are always going to be there for me. Like, it's not like that they won't be there anymore. Of course they'll be there, but they won't be close to me anymore. And guys, more like dumber things to be worried about, but it's an actual worry. Like, I've never killed a spider, I've never killed a bug in my room without my dad. My dad's always killed the bugs in my room. I don't know how I have like such a bad phobia. I don't know how I'm gonna do it on my own. But yeah, I'm sure I'm overthinking a lot of stuff, and I'm sure I'm gonna become more independent and find my way around like issues when I get there, but I can't help but be worried, you know?